Today on the Daily Dose, Peter the Great. Born in 1672 Moscow, Russia, the 14th child of Czar Alexis, Peter the Great came to power at age 10, surviving multiple political intrigues and countless attempts to oust him from power. Known as the Grand Embassy, in 1697, Peter traveled incognito throughout Europe with a large Russian delegation, soon discovering that his landlocked and quite underdeveloped homeland paled by comparison to most European nations who had embraced the Age of Enlightenment. Standing 6 feet 8 inches tall, at a time when the average height of European adults was a mere 5.5 feet, Peter's incognito status fooled no one, affording him great access to a wide range of movers and shakers of the day. As a result of his 18-month Grand Embassy tour, Peter returned home with a stockpile of knowledge ranging from naval warfare, shipbuilding, bureaucratic organization, architecture, and city-building techniques. Forced home to quell the rebellion of the Stretsky in 1698, Peter set out to modernize Russia based on European standards of the day, commanding his courtiers and officials to wear European clothing, while enacting a beard tax on Russian men who refused to shave their traditional facial hair. Peter soon turned his attention to building a dominant Russian navy, seeking to acquire deep-water ports in the Baltic Sea, long controlled by the Empire of Sweden. In 1703, after capturing the Ingermansland province from the Swedes, Peter began construction of Saint Petersburg on the shores of the Baltic Sea, forbidding the construction of any stone edifice outside the city, in an effort to focus all stonemasons on the construction of his new capital. 5 years later, in the Battle of Lesnia, Peter at long last defeated forces led by King Charles XII of Sweden, forcing the once dominant king to abandon his planned invasion of Moscow. Forced to give up his Black Sea ports after his defeat to the Ottoman Empire in the Russo-Turkish War of 1710, Peter's northern armies took control of modern-day Latvia, Estonia, and Finland, which further opened Russia's access to maritime trade. During his 43-year reign, Peter transformed his country's medieval aristocracy, initiating European-style changes that affected all aspects of Russian life. He also transformed Russia into a formidable naval power, while reorganizing the Russian army along Western standards. He focused his countrymen on scientific and technological advancements, while modernizing the Russian alphabet and switching the nation to the Julian calendar, at the same time abolishing Russia's archaic form of government, which in turn led to transformative advances in commerce and industry. On the darker side, however, Peter also drank heavily on a regular basis and was known for his violent temper, which contributed to his death from uremia on February 8, 1725, making Peter the Great a fallible yet important figure in the annals of Russian history. And there you have it, Peter the Great, today in the Daily Dose. Get your nerd on with the Daily Dose. And if you enjoyed today's episode, share the link with a friend or colleague so that they too can learn something new every day.